Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. This is Kristine with a K, and today I'm going to share to you, and hopefully you will also learn something. Sorry, and be inspired to visit the places that I will share to you. So today I'm going to give you my top 5 most favorite theme parks in the world that I have visited. Yeah. So of course, the first in my list, I think majority of us also is the it's in our bucket list. Yeah, to visit, of course, the happiest place on earth, where it would be, of course, in the Disneyland. So it's really a dream come true for me. For the first time that I have stepped in Hongkong Disneyland. So it was April 2012 when I visited the Hongkong Disneyland, and one day is not really enough to cover all those activities inside, but at the end of the night they always have a fireworks, and it's wow, it's so lovely. It's better to start, actually, if you're planning to visit Disneyland. To those who haven't been yet, you should start in the morning from the moment that they open, so that especially if your time is limited in the place, so you better start in the morning until the evening, so at least it's really worth it when you visit the theme park. So that's the first Disneyland that I have visited. Actually, there are 6 Disneylands in the world. Of course, the main is in California, we have in Florida, and then we have in Hong Kong, we have in Japan, and of course we have Paris, and of course the latest one is in China, which is the biggest, actually. So I'm thinking to cover all these 6 Disneyland theme park in the world. So far I've got 3. Okay, so the second Disneyland that I have visited was in Japan. So actually, in Disneyland, there is a Disneyland and there is a Disney Sea. So I experienced the Disney Sea in Tokyo, Japan. So it is the only, as far as I know, that Disneyland is the first theme park that is inside. It's in the main city. It's part of the main city, and it was full of fun and thrill, because if I'm in the theme park, I'm really an adventure person. I would like to try, even I know I'm very scared, but because I'm a person who doesn't like I don't want to have questions at the end, what if. So even though I know it's scary, but I have this positivity. I can make it. So yes. So, but of course, most of the rides that those are very dangerous and very thrilling. Oh, I will. Once is enough for me. Seriously, I mean, there are some people who love to do it over and over again, but for me, I just want to know the experience. So I think once once is enough, and at least I know the feeling and the experience. Oh, you keep on screaming and it's screaming. It's like, oh, it's so funny, but it's worth it. Yeah. The third Disneyland that I have visited, of course, the main, where it all started, it's in California. So the good thing about is that when you have visited from other theme parks of Disneyland, when you go to other places, it's also similar. So what I do actually is that I go to the area, I focus to the area that I haven't tried from the other Disneyland. So at least I got a chance to to try everything, what's inside the theme park, and of course the new thing that they have added. The good thing about the Disneyland is that everything is fair. I mean, there's no VIP no one is VIP there. So regardless who you are, status in the club, and your status is that you have to have a queue. So it's like that. So hopefully this year, 2020, I could visit the Disneyland Paris, and at the end of the year, maybe the Florida Disneyland. So that next year, maybe I can complete the Disneyland theme parks in the world. So I want to visit next year the China theme park. At least because I think now it's not really complete yet. That's what I've known. That's what from my source. So at least next year maybe everything is, that it's complete. All these Disney's characters, especially the princess. It's nice to visit all these princess castles they have. So it's like that. Yeah, so the number 1 in my list is Disneyland. Of course, the number 2 is Universal Studio. So the first Universal Studio that I visited actually was in Japan, yeah, in Osaka. So it was my birthday actually, July 2015. So we visited Osaka, and I'm really a fan of Harry Potter, and that's it was I was so excited actually to visit the area of Harry Potter, but unfortunately the time when we visited the Universal Studio, it's not yet open to the public, so they're still doing it. So, but I have that chance actually to visit in California. Yes, there's the second Universal Studio that I visited in California. So I have that chance to visit the Harry Potter on the same year, December 2015. So actually, if you want me to see the difference between the Disneyland, because this, as they said, Disneyland is the happiest on earth. It's where your dreams come true. Disney channels and characters that you were watching when you were young, and then finally you can see all of that when you are visiting Disneyland. While Universal Studio is all about it's movies, characters, actions. So it's more different aspects, and you can see and how the Hollywood do their acts. So I had a chance to see that one. So if you're really a fan of Hollywood, then the best way actually to see everything about the glamour, about the behind the camera of Hollywood, you should visit Universal Studio in California. So, yes. The next will be, there is also Universal Studio in Florida. It's a big one too. But I haven't been there yet. So hopefully this year I can visit along with the Disneyland. So it's just there in Florida. So the next theme park on my number 3 list actually is Warner Brothers, which I just visited last year, June 2019. And luckily, it's just here in Middle East. So it's very accessible for me. So it's located in Abu Dhabi. Okay, so it's just like 1 hour away of flying. And I'm so lucky that time, I have a very good ate or sister, like a very good friend of mine. So I stayed, she's humble enough that I was able to stay with her in Abu Dhabi, and she toured me around, but I really told her that I really wanted to go to Warner Brothers. So because it was Eid holidays last year, so the peoples are also, it's a jam pack. Unfortunately, we came late also, and the queue was too much. So it's just like, to be honest, I just rode for 2 activities, and the rest I don't have time. So I just I just go around the whole park and take a pictures with all these characters of Warner Brothers, especially Tweety Bird is the favorite of my closest friend. So I really took a picture with Tweety Bird and I sent it to my friend. So it's on her list as well to visit because of Tweety Bird. And I want to go back again there because the Universal Studio, the Warner Brothers there in Abu Dhabi, the Ferrari World is also there. So it's nice to visit again. You know, the Abu Dhabi theme parks. Oh, they have a lot of theme parks in Abu Dhabi, but so far I just prioritize the Warner Brothers. Yes. And the next number 4 in my list is, of course, if there is a happiest place on earth, of course we have the sweetest place on earth, which is the Hershey's theme park in Pennsylvania. So last 2018 August, so I have visited Philadelphia, and I asked my auntie that one of my bucket list is visiting the Hersheys. It's far from the Philly, so I have to travel by train. Actually, I have asked my grandma. I said not grandma, but like a mother to me. Yeah. So we went there in the morning, and we have finished in the afternoon because we have to come back to Philly. And oh, if you are a lover of chocolates, especially their Hersheys. Oh, I love Kisses. That's my all-time favorite. The Kisses with almonds. Or the other favorite of mine of Kisses is the white chocolate, or the one that has Oreo something. Yes, one. So I love that one. And I couldn't. It's so funny because if you are young, you are so thrilled and excited to do this, to ride this. But because sometimes my auntie keep on laughing at me because she said, "You're like a kid. You're already all grown up," and then you're like, what, like a kid? They are standing like and. But it's different, these are the things that you were dreaming before, and then finally it's just in front of you. It's really different. I mean, guys, how I wish everybody can experience the way I experience. But I know some of you have been there, and I know that you have enjoyed, and thanks God we have a chance that. But hopefully to those other guys who are watching, I know nothing's impossible. Everything just be positive, okay? Work harder, pray harder, and of course the things that I'm telling here, you will definitely achieve it, because it's not also an overnight. It took years also for me to see these beautiful things that I have visited in every corner of the world. So yeah, the Hershey's is really big. It's very far from the city, so actually most of the theme parks are almost the same. I mean, on the rides they have, it's just that of course it's it focuses in theme. What the good thing about the Hershey's theme parks, of course, there is a part that they will let you see on how the production of the chocolates, the histories, and then you have a chance to taste, of course, our favorite chocolate. And of course, I cannot leave Hershey's without buying the original Hershey's. Because for me, I believe, even if there is Hershey's in every corner of the world, the Hershey's itself from America taste is that is really authentic. I mean, I don't know, that's my view. It's even when I went to if I'm visiting in Europe, especially in Switzerland, if I'm buying chocolates, I make sure that I'm buying a lot of chocolates, because the taste is so different. It's so the authenticity is there. Yeah. The next will be the last will be the Ocean Park in Hong Kong. So it's one of my fave theme parks, because I love the setup of that, and then all the rides, name it, from kids and to adults. And that's where it is my first cable car ride in that Ocean Park, because the kids usually is in the lower part, and then you have to ride in a cable car going up to the mountain where all the extreme rides are there. And I've tried all the extreme activities, and then at the end of the day, it's just like I don't have any more voice because I keep on shouting out shout. Because that's my only way to release my, that I'm afraid of, but of course you can surpass it. Yes. So my tip is that if you're going to ride on this kind of extreme rides, activities, you just have to shout out. Yes, it will help you. I promise, it will help you to release your tension. So yes, that's it, and hopefully, guys, you are happy listening of my experiences in those theme parks. And if you want to ask more questions about this, actually you can just feel free to comment below, and I will gladly help you to answer it. And yes, what else? From those who watched the video from the beginning until the end, and was always, to all my subscribers, to all my followers, thank you so much for your time, for always watching my vlogs, and I really appreciate it. And hopefully you can also share it to your other families and friends, so that we can reach the minimum of monetizing my YouTube, so that we can start what do you call this one, because it's in my mind that once it's this my YouTube channel will start monetize, I have a plan, a part of it, to share it to less unfortunate people. Yes, it's really, guys, it's always it's a nice feeling to help other people, even in the smallest way. Yes. So help me, guys, with that. So please subscribe to my channel, like my video, and click the notification bell so that you will be notified if ever I have new videos. Yeah. So next time again, ciao.